Good evening all. Hope you're all well. So today we are going to discuss the second problem in the Codeforces Round 973 Div 2. The problem name is Battle for Survive. So let's get started. Let's start by reading the problem statement first. RLM, being the Mafia boss, manages a group of N fighters. The fighter I has a rating of A of I. RLM arranges a tournament of N-1 battles, in each of which two not yet eliminated fighters, I and J, I would be less than J, are chosen, and as a result of the battle, the ith fighter is eliminated for the tournament and the jth fighter's rating is reduced by the rating of ith fighter. That is, A of J is reduced by A of I. Note that J's rating can become negative. The fighter's index do not change. LLM wants to know what is the maximum rating the last fighter can preserve if he chooses the battle optimally. We'll have an N and an array. That is the rating for the fighters. We need to print the maximum rating for the last remaining fighter. So let's take an example and understand the problem. Let's take the second last test case. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we need to find the maximum rating for this fighter. So like how can the games proceed? Let's say we choose these both fighters. -1 denotes that this player has been eliminated. So in these two, in the fight for these two, this one would be eliminated and the rating for this would be 1. So it would be like this. Now let's say we choose these both. So after the battle between these two, the first one would be eliminated, so it's a -1, and the second one will have a health decrement of 1. So the array would look like this, and after this it would be like -1, 2 and 5, and after this it would be 3. So our answer here is 3 in this case. In this case our answer is 3. However, like another case we can see here is that all of the fighters fight with this fighter. Let's see that case. So the first fight would be between this and this. So it would be -1, 2, 3, 3 and 5. The second fight would be between 2 and 3. So the answer would be -1, -1, 3, 1 and 5. The third fight would be between 3 and 1. So the resultant would be -1, -1, -1, -2 and 5. And the final fight would be between -2 and 5. So our result would be -1, -1, -1, -1 and 7. So in this case we get the maximum. So this player would like to, so since this player wants to maximize his rating, so he will try to reduce the rating for this fighter as much as possible. So the minimum rating for this fighter can be achieved by fighting this fighter against all the previous elements. So effectively the reduction in the rating for the final fighter can be calculated as the second last fighter minus all others. This is the reduction that will be there. Let's give it a name as reduction. So our answer would be the final fighter rating minus this reduction. So let's take this example to understand. 3, 2, 4, 5 and 4. So this fighter, we need to maximize the rating for this fighter. So he would want the rating for this to be minimum. So the minimum can be like 5 minus 3 plus 2 plus 4. Like all of these fight with this. So it would be 5 minus 9. That is -4. So in the end of all the fightings, this would have a health of -4. Like a rating of -4. So in the battle between these two, the last fighter will gain a health of 4. Not lose but gain. Like 4 minus of -4, that means 4 plus 4, that is 8. So that is our answer. So that's all we need to do in this code. Let's write a little bit of code here. We'll have an input n. We'll take the input array arr of n. Then we will have a variable for the reduction that is that has an initial value of n-2 element. Like this is the last element, like n-1. So this is n-2th element. And we will have a loop from 0 to n-2, the n-3 third element. Like we'll loop over these and we would reduce this reduction by that amount. And in the end we will have an answer that would be final health minus the reduction, and we would print the answer. So that is all we need to do in this code. I hope you understood the problem. Now let's move on to code the same. So I have my boilerplate code here. We'll be given an n, we'll take that as input, we'll make a vector of long and we'll take all the elements as inputs. Now we will have a variable called reductions that is initially equal to the second last element. Now we will run a loop from 0 till n minus 2. Now in the reduction we will reduce the element at that position and we would see out the final health minus the reductions and a new line. That is our code. Now let's try to run for the sample test cases. This will be -1, 8, 2, 7 and 8. So our code works for the sample test cases. Now let's try to submit it. Let's submit the code. It is in queue and it got accepted. That means our solution and our approach is correct. I hope you understood the problem. Comment down what was your approach for solving the same problem. The solution link would be in the description section. Do check it out. Like the video, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.